Don't worry, be happy. With these two guys this morning is no worry at all. Good morning to David Merlin and Don Smith this morning. Gentlemen, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Y'all are
Jim.
so excited this morning. Can he pump y'all up a little bit?
I'm an entertainer. We don't usually get up at 5:30 a.m.
Or do you go to bed at about this time of the morning or something?
No.
Hey, big event coming up at the museum, and David, talk about it a little bit.
Several months ago, I think I was having lunch with Don, and I said, I'd been thinking I want to do something else in Sylacauga, and I just saw the movie Night at the Museum, and I thought, well, what if we had a night of magic at the museum? So just kind of evolved from that, and there'll be two shows on Wednesday and Thursday. My new mind reading Theater of the Mind.
Now, Don, the museum, one of the most popular places in town, and it's good to have David come be with us, isn't it?
It is. He works all over the world. I mean, he has all these shows that he does, and he's a hometown boy. So that's great. Not many people realize that he's from here.
Now, is there a cost to get into the show, or how does that work?
It's $25 a person. And we're gonna have for the first hour we'll have finger foods and for refreshments, and then the show begins and David takes it away. And actually, there's going to be some audience participating. I understand.
I participated in the audience one time.
Yes.
And I've never been the same since.
It didn't work out very well, did it?
David, you've been all over the world, though. You just got back to New York?
Yeah, I just got back to New York. I got my start back in the 90s, started at the Comedy Club Stardome. The next thing I know, a couple of years later, I was on David Letterman's show, living in California, which it was a different California back then. It was a fun California where the people weren't as crazy. But then it just evolved, started doing the cruise ship industry, been on America's Got Talent, been on Germany's Got Talent. I was recently, just a couple of years ago, was on Penn and Teller's Fool Us, and then also on the Mike Huckabee show here pretty recently.
And you've been on Daybreak too.
Oh yes, that's right.
Don't forget that.
That's right.
Yeah.
But Huckabee, he's a national name, ran for president, and all this kind of stuff. Got a great show. As a matter of fact, we got a piece from Huckabee's show when David was on. Let's take a look.
Governor, spin me around. Spin me around, Governor. Give me a little push, Governor. No. Sideways.
Sideways.
Push me.
Oh.
Ah.
Wow. How you do that?
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I thought you was going to say, if I tell you, I'd have to kill you. I don't want that either. But
Well, I hear there's people in Walker County that can take care of things like that.
so, where did that piece come from?
That's something that I invented. Most people don't know it, but I design and create my own effects. I built probably illusions for more than 100 different magicians around the world. Back in the day, I was the one that was actually approached to help pitch the wizarding world of Harry Potter. So I did the very, very first pitch of that. That's when Spielberg actually was going to be making the movies, and then he ended up backing out. And now I think he's probably regretting that.
Probably so. Probably so. Don, talk about the shows coming up this week over at the museum.
Well, it's the program starts at 7, right?
7 o'clock.
Yes. But for the first hour, though, we'll have refreshments. So come in and join us. You can call the museum for more detailed information at 256-245-4016. Or anybody on the board can help you with anything. But it's $25. You'll enjoy it. Good entertainment, as you just saw. And he makes most everything that he uses in his magic act. So it's quite an interesting, and David's he's an interesting character, just to know him.
Oh, yeah. He's interesting, all right.
Yeah, he's interesting, all right, yeah.
He's an Alabama fan, too, aren't you, Dave?
I am.
How'd you recover Saturday?
I haven't. I haven't. I'm ready to start firing people already.
Yeah, I got you.
He told me about the quarterback, but he's ready.
Well, I understand, but you probably need to recover a little bit from your trip to New York a little bit before you try to go there. David, you're a hometown guy. People love you, but you've been all over the world. What drives you?
I had moved back a number of years ago because of my mom, her health and everything, and I put my career on hold for many years, and I just thought it was a sacrifice I needed to make for her, because I was adopted myself, and I thought, that's the way to show respect for my mom. So I came back, put everything on hold, and I would go out on occasion, but as some people know, she passed away about a year and a half ago, so it's like now I'm able to get back out there and start traveling and do the cruise ship industry again, and a lot of the fun things. I've been to some exotic places, Bora Bora, Alaska, all over the Mediterranean, the Bahamas, the Caymans, Aruba. You name it. I'm probably all over Asia, so I've got to see a lot of things.
And you're going to be at the museum this week.
Yeah, and this is going to be an up-close and personal show. It's going to be, like I said, it's a theater of the mind. The last 10 years, I've really gotten into the mind-reading aspect. And
don't look at me when you say that. That makes me nervous.
Kind of makes me nervous.
And I'm going to be reading, I'm one of the few mentalists in the world that can read the minds of several people at one time and go back and forth. And Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be doing something new where 4 to 5 people are actually going to read my mind. It's a new experiment in telepathy, and it's going to be real interesting. I did it in New York, and it was just floored the whole room. That's something you don't see. If you've never been to a mentalism show, I highly suggest coming, because this is like a mentalism show on steroids, and we're also probably going to do something that might even entail ghosts in one segment. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and there's even a danger segment that I'm going to be doing. And the show involves myself. Everything happens to me, or it happens to the audience. The audience is the assistants. So I think we're going to be limited to maybe no more than 60 people can probably fit in that particular area. So I would encourage everybody to get their tickets, as soon as possible. I think the museum is closed today, if I'm correct.
It is. Closed on Mondays.
But on tomorrow morning, I would tell everybody to get their tickets, because it's going to be a great experience. And I would suggest, kids maybe 10 years old and up.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, because it's a very intellectual show.
Yeah.
And it really challenges your mind, the stuff that I'm doing now. I mean, I can't stress it enough. It's just one of these things, you're going to be in there for 80 minutes of just, your mind's going to be blown, because the way I'm going to decipher things from you and tell you things and predictions, and there's going to be some magic, illusion, and special effects that I've created throughout the years involved.
Can you predict the presidential race? You just walk right into that, man.
And by the way, we're going to put you on the front row. So yeah, there you go.
I've been in shows with him. He's good.
Yeah, that's right.
He really is, and we're honored to have you here in your hometown and Wednesday and Thursday, and be a part of that if you possibly can at the museum. David, how do you balance your show? You know, there's some people watching across state Alabama and say, there's nothing to that. How do you balance all of that?
I don't know. I mean, first of all, I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people around here, they have no clue what I do, because I kind of keep a very low profile. I dress down, and I'm the kind of person you'll see at the gym in a t-shirt and a pair of shorts walking around.
At Randy Kane's party.
Yeah. They're probably a lot milder than they were back when you were growing up.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. And I hope that the people that have never got to experience and actually come. And I think that when you hear someone's from Alabama and they do the type of things that I do, they're like, he's from Alabama, he can't be that good. That's what they get. But I am the one that pitched the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's the biggest theme park in the world, and just people knew my talents of creating special effects. So, and I'm also going to be working on a new movie script pretty soon.
You're always doing stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I like to do things. I want to get more into film and things on YouTube. Like there's a lot of these people that have their own shows on YouTube, like Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson, and that's where it's taken. I mean, they're beating the networks by far. So there's a lot of opportunity online now to do a lot of things.
We got Halloween coming up.
We got Halloween coming up, and I live in Fairmont, where I grew up. I'm still over there. I'm going to have a special effect taking place on Halloween in my yard. So if anybody is fans of the Stephen King movie It, I would say drive around Fairmont and you might see a little boy floating in midair. That's all I'll say for now. And I'm hoping it's going to make national news.
Oh, that's great. Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would make national news, all right, that's for sure. But so David, we touched on it a little bit, but how did you get started in all of this?
I grew up as a musician. I started with the guitar and went to drums and was playing in bands. I was playing with David Simpkins and Rob Gray.
You still do some playing now?
On Sundays when I'm in town, I play drums at the Methodist Church up in Alex City. We usually have a couple of hundred people early every morning on Sundays, so I still do that. But we grew up together playing, and me and David. He's still there playing, and
he's good too.
Yeah. So I'm able to also create music. So I kind of do everything. I've got some of my music actually on some of my videos online that I went in a recording studio and done.
So how can people get more information about David Merlin?
Go to davidmerlin.com. Of course, I've got some videos there and a little bit of history of some things I've done. I'm just one of these people. My new show is kind of based on the paranormal, but for people out there that are worried, like, oh, he's into voodoo or things, no, not that at all. But it's just kind of a theme. But I have been to some very haunted places. I'm actually friends with the Warren family. anybody's ever seen like the Conjuring movies or the movies on the Annabelle doll. You know, I've stood this close to the Annabelle doll. It's where most people on Earth would love to get a chance to go in there, and I'm friends with these people, so I can just go to their house and see this stuff.
Wow.
But and I actually did a big convention for them last Halloween up in Connecticut at Mohegan Sun Casino. So I was there with a lot of celebrities from the horror movie genre, and that was a lot of fun.
Don, let's bring it down to hometown Sylacauga, a couple of days this week. Tell us about it again.
Well, we're going to have a magic show there at the museum, Coleman Museum and Art Center. The cost for the tickets is $25, and you can contact the museum at 256-245-4016. And we open from 10 till 5, Tuesday through Friday, and a half a day on Saturday from 10 till 2.
And if they want to get in touch with you personally, how do they do that?
Just go to my website, davidmerlin.com, and you can email me or send me a phone message, because I do a lot of corporate stuff as well. And I'm hoping to be in the area around Christmas, so I'm able to do some big Christmas parties and things like that, New Year's parties. Most of my schedule is going to be happening on in 2025, so I'm available to do things in the area, and there's actually been a couple of groups already contact me. So.
Wow, fantastic. We appreciate both of you for coming this morning, and keep up the good work. And, you know, Huckabee, second fiddle to Daybreak. You know that, don't you? Yeah, you just nod this way. Yeah,
That's all it is.
He told me backstage that Jimmy Dale taught him everything.
There you go.
That's
There you
it.
go. There you go. Maybe you can teach Alabama how to win a football game too.
There you go.
Yeah, let me get in there.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, thanks guys for coming this morning, David Merlin and Don Smith. And David will be here in town at the museum this week, and be sure you be a part of that if you possibly can. That'll wrap it up for me on